They earn it out, y'all. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Welcome. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe and like this video for me. And if you're old, I know y'all probably like, this girl about dead, because where's she been at? Yeah, we're just gonna say, we're gonna erase this. We're gonna erase all of this. We're gonna erase the year 2020 in general, okay? Because I definitely slacked this past year, but it's okay. That's why we forgive. That's why we forget. That's why we do-overs, okay? And we're gonna do that right now, okay? So welcome, y'all. I am Kaya Ray, new and approved, baby. As y'all see, I got the new intro. As y'all see, I got the new setup, baby. New camera. If y'all peep, the quality is immaculate now. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. So as y'all see, I'm representing my ASU, my school, my university, the illustrious Alabama State University. I just finished my first semester this past fall, and it went really well. And this video is a ASU semester review. So first I'm gonna start off academically. All my classes ended up being online, which sucked because I'm more of a in-person type of girl, okay? Can you do that again? Teacher, I need help. Can you come here? I'm that type of person, okay? Hands-on, all that. Okay, now I did do well this past semester. I ended with 2 B's and then the rest were A's. So like, I'm fine with that. But honestly, I could tell myself that. I mean, in which I very much did. Okay? So, whole academically, we're just gonna say, scrap that, move on. That's all you can do at this point. So that was that. And now I'm gonna get into all the fun stuff about the school, all the good stuff, all the stuff that y'all probably want to hear about this past fall, how my first semester of college went. Okay, I'm gonna go down each month and then I'm gonna tell y'all what happened in each month. So in August, obviously I moved in. I believe I moved in August either 12th or 13th. Around that time I moved in, and one of my roommates was there. I stay in CJ Dunn Towers. So we have 11 floors and I stay on the 10th floor. I remember the elevator broke down one time and I did have to go down those 10. I went down though, so it wasn't as bad. I go up sometimes as well. I go up the stairs sometimes just to, feel physical, get a little active. So I do go out there sometimes just to get a little workout in, okay? But yeah, so I stay in CJ Dunn. When I first got there, one of my roommates was already there, so I met her and she kind of helped me move a little bit of my stuff in. And she didn't know anybody and I didn't either, so it was cool, perfect. So the first few days, me and her kicked it, and then that night, my first night, we went outside at night and we met with some more people, and all those people that we met that night, we be with each other 24/7 now. Like, that's my gang, those are my girls. Like, I love them. You will never not see one without the other. Like, we was always together. So that was the first night, and we also met a group of people that were sophomores, and we got really close with them all the time as well. We called them our siblings, our brothers and sisters, and they was cool. Everything was just so welcoming. Like, I met so many people. Okay, so then a few days later, you know what I'm saying, like, we were still kicking it, made TikTok.
I took the cake, yeah, all about cake, yeah.
Then my other sweetmate ended up coming. She fit right in with us, and then yeah, so that was that. So then it was like my 3rd day, and we had like a little gathering outside the Acadome, and we kind of called it like the Acadome party. Obviously we couldn't go in because it was late at night, and obviously the inside was closed and stuff like that, and during the day we couldn't even get together like that inside of it. So we called it the Acadome party. So this is when everybody first moved in. It was that Saturday, and everybody came outside the Acadome. We kicked it, we playing music. I'm talking about we straight bobbing it, like we meeted everybody, we meet people. What's up, woo-wop. We bobbing it to set it off in that mud. They having twerk battle. They on Snapchat, all that. We kicked it, y'all. We really kicked it. All right, we was enjoying ourselves. Me and my friend we kind of got on a higher level. This is a quick little story time. We kind of got on a higher level than everybody else, and so we were able to like see down a little bit and like just to see everybody. So we kicking it up there. Wow. So I don't know if it was just the St. Louis in me, but I was peeping some stuff, and I was peeping the way some of the dudes was moving. And they was like walking back and forth to the cars, coming back, dapping each other up, all that stuff. I'm like, I don't like that. So I told my friend, I'm like, am I the only one seeing this? Like, I tell her to basically look out. So she looked down. She was like, hold on, now that you say that, so we kind of eyeing him. So eventually we got down because we like, if something pop off, we need to go. We too high up. A bullet ain't got no name on it. We need to go. So we got hopped down and we started walking a little bit. And then right after that, I heard somebody say, oh, they're fighting. And right after that, like probably 5 to 10 seconds later, all you hear is, they airing it out, y'all. They going hard. I'm like, so me, get the footing. I mean, obviously everybody did, but I was already kind of walking fast, so I kind of already had a head start from when I first hopped down. But baby, by then I was gone. I was the very first one that took that elevator back to CJ Dunn's Towers. Okay, I was on the first elevator ride, and my brother doesn't stay too far away, so right after he heard that, he hit me up, all that stuff. And that's just kind of like a short story time, because I don't want to make this video look too long, but that mind you, that was only my 3rd day there.
Yeah. It's only my 3rd day out here. I don't know.
So I don't remember who it was. I don't know if it was 2 girls, 1 boys, or just 2 girls, but I know some people got grazed, and the people that ended up shooting didn't even stay on campus. Like, it was a mess. Okay, my sweet mates that lost her glasses, and everybody lost keys, wallet, money, phone, baby. A mess. It was basically a welcome to ASU. That was our welcome party. Okay, so no, yeah, that was like the 2nd day. So that was the academic party. We still in August here. So then the week after that, classes started, and that Monday was kind of like our welcome week. So that Monday they had like the sororities and fraternities out. They were strolling, well, all the organizations actually, they were strolling, doing all that stuff, like a DJ booth outside. We kicked it for a little bit, then went in the calf. Later that week we had a painting with a twist. So, you know, they had music, they had the tables out, and we just got to paint whatever we want to. It was such a vibe, such a vibe. And then that Friday we had a talent show. Now obviously it really would have been in the Acadome, but you know, we had to make some alterations. We had to switch it up because of Corona basically. And we had it outside, and it's this one picture, and I'm gonna put it right here. And it's of the SGA president, and the way the setup was, it looked like one of Rod Wave like CD covers, and it was cool. So that was welcome week. Okay, so this is where I started to get mad, because it was the first week of classes, and I still didn't have my schedule. I had some problems with my health information and stuff like that, and I didn't know it, and they didn't tell me, but I still didn't get my schedule. So all I know is I didn't get my schedule. So what's up? And they like, well, you had a misinformed web. I'm like, y'all could have been told me that. So now I'm behind. Now I'm playing catch up, and I was mad about that because I started way later than everybody else. That ain't it. But that's the HBCU for you. I'm not gonna lie, financially and communication wise, they are terrible. Every HBCU, okay? So that was that. I want to say the week after that, the week after that, or that weekend, we had like me and my friends had a hotel party. Well, it was really their hotel party. I just came because the girls I had met that I was telling you about earlier, all their birthday was like in that same week and a half. So we just celebrated and got a hotel party. That didn't really go well, but I'm not going to talk about that, okay? But I just had to add that in there. Then the week after that, I ran for Miss Freshman. Now Miss Freshman was really, really fun. The girls I met were cool. They were so cool. I called them my sisters. Like, they was cool. We kicked it. We conversated. Most times when people running against other people, it's kind of beef or a little animosity. it wasn't none of that. I didn't feel none of that, and I didn't win, and I was not even mad about that because the girl that won, she did the thing, and it was well deserved. Like, that's my girl too. Like, it was fun, and they was, even the people that ran it, the coordinators, they were like, this is the best group of girls we had. There was no drama. Y'all got, like, it was wonderful. So I was happy about that, and it was a good experience, a good way to like network and get my name out there, and of course meet new people. So it was just always fun. Everything is like kind of about networking basically. So that was August. Now moving on to September. September, I kind of went out a little more. I'm not gonna lie. I went out and kicked it with my friends and a few other people. September, I just had to play catch up, like I said. So I had to catch up on a lot of work because obviously I got my schedule late. And by this time, well, not by this time, but like a few weeks after that was midterm. So it was just like, I was upset, but I got it. Like I said, I ended with only 2 B's and a rest A's. So that's how you do that. Okay. So that was September. I also kind of got into more of the Stingette vibes. I was not aware how good the band was. The band includes obviously the marching band, the Stingettes, the honeybees, you know, all that stuff. Okay, so I was outside and you would hear the band playing, or people would be throwing Stingette counts here and there because everybody knew the Stingette count. Everybody knew them. And so they was doing them, and I started to catch on to them too. And I'm like, this is such okay. Not they doing the thing. So that was September. I kind of got more introduced to that. So moving on to October. October was midterms. Those went pretty okay. It wasn't nothing overwhelming, honestly, because my high school kind of prepared me for most of the stuff. So it wasn't too bad. October. So we also had a water fight, y'all. We had a water fight. So I was upstairs, like I said, because midterm. So I was finishing stuff up, and I just hear everybody outside going, screaming, yelling, kicking it. People texting the group chat, because we got this big group chat with the class of 24. People texting the group chat, come outside, y'all, come outside. So I'm like, and I went outside, and baby, they was throwing waters. They had the water guns, they had the water bottles, they obviously had water balloons. Like, y'all, it was real deal. Like, baby, if you wasn't, basically don't go outside if you ain't expect to get wet, because you was gonna get wet. So that lasted, well, I kind of went out late, so that was only probably like 20 minutes. And then the Q's was out there strolling, y'all. That was the first time, like, it was more than like 2 of them out. It was more than like 3 of them out there. Like, it was a few more of them. Q's ended up strolling. We was kicking it. They like, yeah, pop out to woo, wow, all this stuff. And then they start throwing fireworks. They was throwing fireworks, popping fireworks, all that. Baby, it was World War II up in that move. Boom, 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 baby.
Oh shit! They threw the firework? Oh shit! Oh shit!
Everywhere. And obviously at first you kind of thought it was gunshots, because you like, that just came out of nowhere. Like, it would have been different if it was like Labor Day or something like that. Well, it kind of was close to Labor Day, but that wasn't what it was. They just was doing it just to do it. Nobody got hurt, nobody got to fighting. It was literally such a vibe. Now the old upperclassmen and all that stuff, they was mad. They was like, people could have got hurt and all that stuff. But I'm like, come on now. We literally, first of all, the freshmen put this together. So shout out to y'all, because everybody enjoyed it that night. But basically, I was like, look, we trying to make the best of our situation. Okay, we already can't do a lot because of the situation we in right now. Like, we had fun. Like, I wasn't even tripping. We kicked it. Next. So then after that, I'm gonna say a week later, I went to my first Q party, and very much hot. Very much should have had a better venue. Okay, I'm just say that. But that was cool. The Q's always. And now I said that's my first Q party. I also have people in my family that are Q's, so I've been a bunch of Omega events and stuff like that. But the thing with them is they always show love to everybody. Like, they make sure everybody's straight. So it was just a vibe. That was that. We kicked it. Then 2 days later, after that, we had a 2 Chainz concert. It was actually supposed to be like that Friday or something like that. But yeah, but it ended up raining, so they moved it, and we had it. And if you don't know, 2 Chainz actually was an alumni of Alabama State, so he came back. And I don't know if that was his first time he came back. The way he was talking, it kind of made it seem like it, but I'm not 100% sure. He came back and he did a whole concert, whatever. He opened up with his song Moneymaker, and that song, in the video, he implements a lot of HBCUs. He had many videos of like the Stingettes, the Dancing Dolls, the J-Stats, all that stuff. Like, it was dedicated to HBCUs, and I'm like, yes, 2 Chainz, you better take awareness of that. Okay, they need to get the financial aid together, but we're not gonna talk about that. All right, so that was that. And so he obviously opened up with that song. So the band came out and performed with him, the Stingettes, the Honeybees, and we was turned. We was in that mug. It's your birthday, yeah. Moving, cooking into it, but yes, all that. We was tea, and it was a good love. Now, while we couldn't have homecoming or none of that stuff, it was a good little way to add that in there, get some fun in there. And then after it, we had a little get together, and that was cool too. Yeah. And it was like a Monday night too, so I made it back, go to sleep, and wake up for my class the next morning. Good vibe, very much good vibe. That was October, all right? Then a few days later, I'm like, friend, let's go get something to eat. Let's go get some American Deli. Because American Deli, ever since I've been down to Alabama, that is my spot. That is my go-to. That is like my Chinese food in St. Louis. And if you know, you know. You know the Chinese food in St. Louis is different than everybody else. And everybody knows that. Okay? So that's my Chinese food in Montgomery. But they sell like wings and all that stuff. So, but their wings is fire. I'm like, okay, friend, let's go get some food. Maybe I'm hungry. Maybe I very much don't have any groceries. Let's go get some food. Okay? So we went to get some food into American Deli. Boom. I got back to my room. I'm like, obviously I got hot wings. I'm like, yeah, I can't taste this. Am I tripping? I cannot taste this. I'm like, all right, let me go blow my nose. Because sometimes my nose wasn't stopped up. But you know, sometimes when your nose is stopped up, you're becoming sick. If you can't smell nothing, then you most likely can't taste anything. So I'm like, maybe that's what it is. Baby, I'm blowing the mess out of my nose. I'm like, bro, I still can't taste this. I'm highly upset because I love American Deli. Okay, and plus I just wanted to taste it now. Obviously I'm not hungry anymore. I still ate it, but it was like, what? The next day, me and my friends had a girls' night. We ordered a pizza, had lemonade, and like some little snacks. Couldn't taste that either. I'm like, yep, I most definitely have corona. Okay, so what did? I took my little butt right up to Lockhart Gym that Monday morning. I most definitely was positive. Okay, so I'm like, dang. All right, so I text my friends. I'm like, y'all gotta come get tested. I just found out I was positive. Wow. Okay, so they came and got tested. 2 of them ended up turning up positive as well. The rest were negative. I'm like, dang. Like, and then like the week after that, 3 of them was leaving to go back home. So I'm like, I obviously had to go in quarantine. So I wasn't able to see them before they left, and it was just like, and they both not coming back this next semester. So I was like, this is really how we had to end. We catching corona. All right. So I had to do my 10 days in jail, my 10 days in quarantine. It started to, the first 2-3 days I was fine. After that, it was very, very depressing, because I wasn't depressed, but it was like I was seeing the same thing every day, doing the same thing every day. No change, not really much fresh air. What? No, heck no. I'm like, okay, we can knock this out. All right, boom. My 10 days up, I go get tested again on the day they tell me to come back. Y'all, that mug was still positive, and the lady was like, you're not contagious. No, actually, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, yeah, they doing this to get more money, just to say their cases went up, ooh, wop, for health insurance. I don't know. I'm like, this is fake. So I made my brother come get me, because I told y'all earlier he stays around the corner. I made him come get me. I'm like, we gotta go somewhere else and get tested. So he's a big germaphobe. He came and got me, but I had to sit in the trunk. He has a truck. I had to sit in the truck. I couldn't touch the seats. I couldn't do none of that. He came and opened the door. He did all that. I'm like, but I got it. I understood why. And I went and got tested. It was still positive. So the lady was like, is this a retest? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, okay, the antibodies still may be in your still in your system. That's probably what we're testing, but you're no longer contagious since you just quarantined. Wow. And I'm like, I still gotta go in quarantine for another 10 days. Like, And the thing is, I really could have went in my room because all my suite mates left. They left by then, so I really could have stayed in my room that second time. I would have been fine with that. I would have been perfectly fine with that. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. I call my dad. I'm like, Dad, can you come get me? I do not want to stay in this room for another 10 days. Like, this is not that. I was upset. I was highly upset. So next day he came and got me, and then I headed back to St. Louis, and that's how I ended my semester with Corona, with catching COVID-19. But so yeah, and come to find out, when I got back, my dad ended up getting it too, but a little before he found out he got it before I came back. So then we kind of quarantined together. My mom wasn't there, so it was just me and him. And I finished up my school, and that was literally it. That's how I ended my semester. It was on a sad note because all my friends left, and some of them not coming back this next semester. So it was like, dang, this how we had to say goodbye. Like, I don't want to do it like this. This is not how it's supposed to be. But everything happens for a reason, and that was God telling me, you need to slow down. You hitting them corners a little too fast. You need to slow down.
Look here, baby. You're hitting them corners too goddamn fast. You need to slow this motherfucker down. You understand?
And that's what I did. So, very much taking the precautions this next semester. Okay, very much took that and ran with it. But yeah, that is how my 2025 semester went at Alabama State. Made a lot of friends, met some good people, many good memories. And it was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Very much fun. So yeah, that was it. Thank y'all for watching. If you're new, like I said, please subscribe and get in tune, because baby, I'm coming with it. I'm coming with it this year, and I'm playing, as y'all can see. So yeah, that's it. Thank y'all for watching.